Hi, and welcome back, everybody, to WagerTalk TV. I'm Ross the Boss Benjamin of WagerTalk.com, and it is Thursday, September the 11th. Before I get to my two college football picks and analysis, folks, I would be remiss not to mention and bring up the tragic events of 9/11 that occurred a couple decades ago. And I would like to pray, and my thoughts and prayers, I should say, go out to the families that lost loved ones on that tragic day, and God rest all the souls of the brave men and women who perished on that day and the innocent people who were victims of that tragic event. So, again, folks, sometimes priorities and more important things in life take priority over the sporting events that we love to watch on a daily basis, and this certainly is one of them. So, again, my prayers and thoughts go out to all involved. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes. We're going to be looking at Duke and Tulane and Minnesota and California. Folks, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, take a second to do so. Hit that subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Absolutely free to do so. And then click on the alert notification bell for Wager Talk TV, and you'll be notified upon any of our great content going up on our channel from some of the finest sports betting experts in all the world right here at Wager Talk TV. And that's not bragging, folks, that's fact. In addition, be kind enough to give my video a like today. It goes a long way in keeping these videos alive. Also goes a long way in keeping the people over at Wager Talk TV happy with me. And I'm trying to make you happy on a daily basis, folks. So hit that like button and let us know who you like. Who's your best bets in week 3 of the college football card, whether it be on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Leave those picks in the comments section. And don't forget, folks, be kind to one another. It's okay to disagree. It prompts healthy discussions, and that's how it should be. However, if you're going to be disrespectful, demeaning, or vulgar, we're going to remove your ability from being able to comment. So you'll get one warning. That's it, folks. And just be nice to each other and be nice to me, because I'm nice to you. You know, it's okay if you disagree with me, but we don't have to get into trash talking, okay? So in any event, folks, let's get to the matter at hand. Let's start with the game between Duke and Tulane. 8 p.m. Eastern Time, ESPN2. Duke is currently a 1.5-point favorite at FanDuel. Now, when you look across the board, you may see Tulane as high as a 1.5-point favorite. At other sports books, you may see a -1, but we're going to go with this Duke -1.5 at FanDuel, and you'll know why, and obviously you'll understand why I did so, because Duke is coming off a 45-19 home loss to Illinois. Now, they played Illinois pretty tough, but they were victimized by 5 turnovers. And I know it's hard to say 45-19, they played them tough, but if you look at the total yardage, it was pretty much the same for both teams. And they also opened the season with a 45-17 win over FCS team in Elon, but they failed to cover as a 36.5-point favorite. Here's the thing. Duke's starting quarterback this year is Darian Mensah, and he's, with the exception of a couple turnovers, he's looked pretty good so far. But you know what? Mensah is the former Tulane quarterback. So if anybody knows Mensah, it is the Tulane defensive coaching staff and head coach, and I'm sure they'll be prepared well, whatever, and not be surprised by whatever Mensah throws their way. Tulane has began the season 2-0 with a 23-3 home win over Northwestern, and last week they squeaked out a 33-31 road win at South Alabama. They had 421 yards of total offense versus Northwestern, 406 for South Alabama, and 510 of those 827 total yards in their first 2 games came on the ground. So this is once they get the lead, they're going to be very tough in this contest, and I think they will get the lead here. And again, I go back to the fact that in a seemingly very even matchup, you look for just certain things that may make the difference. Well, here it is. Duke is -6 turnover differential in the first two games, and Tulane is +6. I'm going to go with the Tulane Green Wave +1.5 against Duke. Couple friendly reminders on specials we got going on right now that you should take advantage of, folks, because it's a limited time offer. Let's start with number one. It's a $49 Weekend Warrior special this weekend, and you can get all our college football and NFL betting, premium betting picks for $49. That's a huge value, especially the fact when you look at me, I give out a $35 college football 5% best bet, and I'll have a $35 NFL 5% best bet this week. That's $70 right there without throwing anything else in. By the way, I have 4 college football picks up for Saturday, including the 5% best bet and 3 other 3% plays in college football. And folks, my 5% best bets in the first 2 weeks of the season, I had LSU +4.5, a 17-10 winner at Clemson in their opener. And then last week, I had the Oklahoma Sooners -5 against the Michigan Wolverines, and they won by 11. So 2-0 to start the year with my college football best bets. Also, folks, remember, college football, number one in money earned and units earned and win percentage last year. Since the start of the 2023 college football season, including the first 3 weeks of this year, I am still number one in units earned over that course of time in college football. So a lot to like there. Also, don't forget, another special, $199 gets you all the NFL and college football for the next 30 days. NFL, college football combined 30-day all-access pass, $199. And finally, folks, for $299, you're going to be able, by purchasing a 90-day all-access pass for $299, you're going to be able to get, and I don't want to misquote, $299 for 30 days, and you're going to get the fourth or the next 30 days free. So you're going to get 120 days for $299, all access. That includes baseball, basketball's coming up, college basketball in the NBA, the NHL, all for $299 for the next 30 or next 120 days, simply by buying that 90-day all access pass. And we're going to throw in an additional 30 days absolutely free. All right, let's get to the next game, Minnesota and Cal, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time start. Minnesota right now a 2.5-point favorite. The total in this game is 43.5, according to DraftKings, and that's exactly where our focus is going to be on this total. Minnesota, the first 2 games, their defense allowed 5 points per game and 96.5 yards per game. I know they played Northwestern State last week. They played Buffalo in their season opener. They're stepping up in class a little bit here against Cal. But you know what? Here's the other thing with Minnesota. In their first 2 games, they ran the ball 90 times and passed only 52 times. So 63.4% of their offensive plays were running plays in their first 2 games. By the way, PJ Fleck, since he arrived as head coach at Minnesota, after scoring 24 points or more in the first half of their previous game, which they did against Northwestern State, he's gone 5-0 to the under in away games and neutral site games after that occurred. Cal, 2-0 in their first 2 games, and their defense, not as good as Cal, but still pretty damn good. 9 points per game, 202.5 yards per game. Justin Wilcox, since he's become head coach at Cal, they played 12-2 to the under in non-conference games. Cal offense, their first 2 games, 66 runs, 69 passes, a 50-50 split. I like this one to be a low-scoring affair, a knockout, drag-out affair. I'm going to go with the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Cal Bears under 43.5. Don't forget those great specials. I have 4 college football winners up right now for Saturday, including a 5% best bet. Until the next time, for Wager Talk TV and Ross Benjamin, take care and God bless.